Butterbean again begins to open up, and I think that hurt Burgoon. Burgoon is knocked out. He goes to a knee. I think that's the end of the fight. I think it was a big right hand that froze Burgoon, and that was it. Burgoon spits out his mouthpiece. He still doesn't know where he is. One big shot, and I think it may have been that one that was the end of Burgoon, and right there you see Burgoon covering up. There's a left hook, right hand, left hook again, another right hand, and that would be the end of the night for the Butterbean and Burgoon. We take a look at another angle here. Here it is, a jab followed by a looping overhand right, followed by a left hook, then a digging right hook to the body. And from there, that would signal the end of Burgoon. And Burgoon at that point right there, I think that right hand signaled the end, and some big power shots. Wow, Burgoon.
People do that for a couple of rounds, and then ultimately, of course, he's fighting.
Oh, it didn't take long.
Oh, it didn't take long for Butterbean to score. I don't think he's with us. That's it. He's out.
On his feet, he's out.
I am.
Not one punch.
All right, remember the 3 knockdown. Well, look at Butterbean. Look at the Bean walk across the ring.
The men's business tonight.
Good right hand by Butterbean. Clark trying to fight back. That's it. Clark is down and out of the ring. Fight is over. And for the first time tonight, the crowd has a chance to stand and cheer. And now here comes Butterbean walking across the ring. Good body shot. Missed that one to the head. Going to go to the body again. Those are booming body shots, and there's the finisher. That one to the head really straightened up Clark, and he was about finished there. And finally, Butterbean just overpowering. Look at his eyes roll up. This man is going down. These were several clean punches, Gabriel.
He was throwing good punches, Rich. He was. He was connecting, landing the punches too.
That was quite a flurry by Butterbean. He's the knockout winner in the first round once again.
Rich, he looked good. He looked good doing it.
That last knockdown was a tough one for George Clark. He went flying out of the ring, and referee Toby Gibson called a halt to the proceedings right then. Here comes Butterbean in. Good right hand, left hand, down goes Jagan, hits his head hard. Fight is over. From promoter Bob Aaron, let's take a look at that second knockdown here and the knockout. Right hand to the body, followed up with a right hand to the head. Combination left and right, down goes Jagan, hits his head very hard on the canvas. It's a good combination by Butterbean. All those punches landed. Look at the right hand. Look at the, again, the left-right combination. Down went the kid. Good left hook by Butterbean. Now he tries to follow it up. White actually took it very well, though. And now he gets clocked another left hook, and the Bean coming forward and encouraged by the fans. Bean trying to suddenly punch him, and he does there with a right hand, and down goes White, and down goes Joe Cortez, the referee. Butterbean comes right to him. Left hook by Butterbean, trying to finish him with left hooks. White in real trouble, crowd is roaring. Left-right combination, White is down and out of the ring. Fight is over, and another cut developed on the face of Butterbean beside.
Well, once again, he gives us everything we want. Butterbean comes with that big left hook. White a bit off balance here as he begins to retreat, and there's the left hook again by Butterbean. He was throwing it at will here. White not able to fend it off. A right, which stunned him first, and then the left sort of pushed him into the ropes. Here we go to the end of the fight, another big left. Butterbean pressing the attack. Not much that White can do here. He seems to be perhaps out on his feet at this point. The right hand and then the left. Cortez jumps in, White out of the ring, and that's the end of the fight. We see it again from a different angle. Butterbean all over his man. Big left, bigger right, the left again, and Ed White is down. And he is out.
I think you're safe in assuming that. There is Butterbean. He will race across the ring and attempt to get Monaco down quickly, and by golly, but he raced out quickly, didn't he?
Yeah, and I don't think we'll be seeing the boxer types matched against him. So there's the right hand. Butterbean may end up having some longer tough man fights than this one here.
Monaco trying to work the jab on the inside. He busted Butterbean with a pretty good uppercut there. And Monaco is built quite well. You can see he's got a bodybuilder's physique. Just the opposite of Butterbean. He lands a good right hand. Oh, there goes Monaco. Second knockdown in this round. the job done.
He threw 3 right hands and got 3 knockdowns. Into the fight, and good night with that. And all along, we didn't see any combinations from Butterbean. We saw him load up.
We never see combinations.
And I suspect that we will see opponents with a higher skill level in some subsequent fights.
Yeah, I'm sure they're working toward that.
But you do see what happens when he gets a clear shot. It's home run derby.
He's a big, strong man. I mean, there's no question about that. And if he hits you on the chin.
Bean really putting his weight in these punches now. There's a good combination from Allan.
But Allan's landing all the shots in there, except for that right. Oh, look out. There goes Butterbean. Allan in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Bean is throwing his body into it.
Allan doing everything he can to stay on his feet.
Listen to this crowd reaction. As Esch, Butterbean goes to work, he's got Allan between the ropes, in trouble. Jane 80 gets between the two and stops the fight.
Wow.
Not the easiest of victories for Butterbean. He had some problems for 2.5 rounds, but then when he got his man cornered.
Kurt Allan would I think, disagree with that. When he had Allan hurt, Butterbean really poured it on. See him pick up the pace here, really pushing forward with his punches. He thought he had Allan out there, and he hit him a few more times. Jane 80 said, that's enough, that's enough. I don't like the way that Allan's reacting. Allan wobbled a few times back to the ropes. The only thing keeping him up with the ropes, and when that happens in boxing, the referees are supposed to stop the fight, just like Nady did.
He couldn't escape. He couldn't get out of that corner. He was just trapped. The Bean's got too much mass in front of him to get away. There was no escape route.
Right, getting away from the Bean, you can't circle him because he's so big. Once you circle him, you're on the other side of the ropes. You're at the other corner. That's all.
There's Woods with a good right. Well, Woods doesn't care about Butterbean's popularity, not tonight anyway. Oh, right, he goes down. Tremendous right by Butterbean. We looked at it from 3 different angles. Look at that. The left chin, left side of the chin. He went down.
Overhand right.
Look at this.
Right over the top, right on the chin.
Oh, and his head went smashing to the canvas as well. Look at this angle, best angle of the 3. Watch this. Lights out. Tremendous power from the 333-pounder. Butterbean.
Kind of knocked Roberts off balance, and there's one that's a little better. Yeah, it's Roberts in trouble. Roberts is hurt. Roberts is real hurt, and Roberts is up. Back to his feet, Joe Cortez, the count of 3.
5, 6, 7, 8. You okay to continue? All right, let's go.
Here in round 3. Butterbean again. Forearm hurt Roberts. Just like that, Butterbean turns it on and gets his 39th win and his 30th stoppage. The king of the 4-rounders keeps his title. The end of this bout, Bean with a overhand right, and he landed a couple of really good ones there. And that one on the, just on the ear where your equilibrium gets affected. Very one-dimensional attack, but it got the job done. 11 of 16 power shots in this round. There's the forearm you talked about. That's going to hurt. And this was when Roberts was in huge trouble and ultimately was sent to the canvas.
Yeah, Joe Cortez stepped in and stopped it in round number 3. For the official time of the stoppage, as we take one more look at Butterbean, again, closing it out. Roberts was hurt against the ropes. Joe Cortez steps in right here and stops it.
Graham to the canvas. A clubbing right hand by Butterbean.
5, 6, 7.
On one knee, Graham beats the 10 count to see if he can get him out of it. Big right hand, and that is it. That is probably going to be the end of this fight. It should be.
I'm coming for you,
Tulsa, I do it every year along with him. He's a delightful man to be with. It was actually a jab that put him down. It was the jab. Can you imagine that? A strong jab or a hook, kind of a half hook and half jab by Butterbean that sends Patrick Graham through the ropes. And from any angle, it's just as painful to Patrick Graham.
Hey, Eric.
McNeely just standing there, taking a pounding from Butterbean. This one might not go too much longer. And they stop it. With only moments left to go in the first round, Butterbean is the winner. Peter McNeely just didn't do too much toward the end of that first round. Early in the round, McNeely had landed some jabs and a couple of good left hooks, and then Butterbean, I mean, those punches are coming from way far out, and McNeely just couldn't do anything. He's pretty secure, Butterbean, and having this thing well in hand. And after assuring his corner that it was the case, he went about his business to make it happen, and McNeely just didn't offer much at all in terms of offense. And here's where Butterbean closed the show. Jay Nady stepping in. McNeely really not defending himself, and I don't think too much argument can be made. Butterbean continues to throw those roundhouse punches, just about everything landing. So they work it close range, good left hook by Butterbean, and that it's dangerous to be in there because those short little punches by Butterbean are very punishing. And now he's got Craven hurt.
Craven still fighting back.
Well, a bad strategy error in this round by Ken Craven may have been his undoing. Butterbean whacking him in the corner, and now Craven is in trouble. Still punching back, but I don't know how long this one's going to go. Jay Nady says that's enough. Well, Ken Craven gave it all he could, and some of the fans not happy with the stoppage of that fight. I think it was an appropriate stoppage, though. Ken Craven looked like he was in some trouble.